Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and in this part what I want to do is add a furnace recycling building to my base. But to begin with, we're going to start up on this supply station for two reasons. And for any of you guys who are not too sure where I am, I'm just here on the map. This is the supply station I took out in the previous part, and the reason we're here is that I got a tip from Sam Madinar, I think that's how his name is pronounced. And he pointed out that over in this corner is a loot box. So what we're going to do is just come in here. There's a loot box. What have we got in here? We've got a couple of tier 2 drills there and a large generator. What we can do is just shoot this into. So that's a loot box that I missed, which is really good. It's given me a little bit of extra resources. And the other reason I'm here is that I want some more hardened steel plates. Where is it? It's actually going. It's going in the wrong one, isn't it? Let's just hook that up. And hopefully this will now go into. So what I'm going to do is just pick up a few plates here. And what I do is I want the hardened steel plates for my furnace room. I mean, I don't want too many, I just want enough to replace what I'm going to be using. It's just all these steel plates. I'm just going to prowl around here. It's really nice to have the tier 2 multi-tool. What's that there? Yeah, it's another hardened steel plate. Quite like these top layers here on there. It's actually given me a few ideas actually. We'll just snag a few more guys. We could pick these up. They're only steel plates, but I don't think there's anything left in here that's of any value. Always check the corners just in case there's any more containers in here, but I doubt it. Always live and hope, right? Knock these off. Here. And the tier 2 multi-tool makes short work of these. I'm just going to clear out this corner. Oh! What we should be able to do. There. Actually, that's something I could do, isn't it? If I come here, we'll just take out this here. Let's undermine this area here, and we cut up through here like this. And then if we come right over here like this, if we cut through here, I think that's more than enough, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, oops, wrong one. Yeah, I mean, we've got 996 steel plates, 697 hardened steel plates. Oh, maybe we'll take a little bit more. Let's just cut through here. Oops. Grab that. We'll do one more wall. I have to admit, the devs adding the option to gather stuff that you collapse it's made quite a big difference if you're really in a rush to collect things. We grab through here as well. Look at that. A little bit of raining. Right about. What's that? Oh, that's the building. Yeah, I think that's enough, guys. Stuff. Just have a quick check. Yeah, we got more than enough steel plates, and we're getting pretty close to being overloaded. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump back in the hover vehicle and fly back to base off camera, guys, because obviously it's not going to be that interesting. Thrusters, I'm going to put the boost on. Yeah, we're a little bit overloaded. Let's get back here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to fly back the 4 kilometers to the base and offload that, and that's where I'll pick the video up and we can start doing a little bit of building. So see you in a minute, guys. Okay guys, here we are. We're coming up on my base, and one thing I've learned about this trip is that the boosters may be lifting the extra load, but, and it's quite an interesting but, you can see here the side thrusters are very slow, and more importantly, if I put the reverse thrusters on, because I've only got very small reverse thrusters, the ship takes a lot to slow down, so you've got to fly very gently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to land about here. Oops, slow down so you don't crash into the base. I'm just going to drop down here. We can power off the thrusters and the boost and the lift. First thing we're going to need to do. Base structure in. Don't want the ammo. What am I on about? We can shove this into base like that. We can break the connection. Base supplies. We've got here a large generator tier 1. Yeah, I think we'll just put this into here. Put this into there. Put that detox unit in there. Okay. And the next thing we can do is just jump back into the ship and sort of power the thruster. Ah, bang on cue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hover vehicle a bit of height first. I can turn around and maneuver the back of the hover vehicle up, put it just about here, and drop down again. Take the thrusters and the lift off. Now the reason I've put the hover vehicle here is that I want to build my new furnace recycling plant out here, because I want to conduct a bit of an experiment with the armored blocks, because I know the drones are going to come in from that direction. So I've put the hover vehicle here for a little bit of extra defense. So there's a bit of damage there. Is it my imagination? Nope, we've taken a little bit of damage on this side. I can't see where that came from, but someone must have had a few shots at me and I wasn't looking. Never mind. It's all, I've definitely got to build somewhere where I can put a repair bay in as well. Well, that's all done. What I'm thinking is to put what I want out about here. Now with that drone attack coming in, life's going to be a little bit interesting. What we're going to do, if I change that to layer so that I've got the base on the right side, structure out, and I've already made a few things that I want to do. Actually, we've got already concrete blocks. You can see I've already built the deconstructor and the furnace, an ammo box, cargo box, a couple of capacitors and some solar panels. It's just, what am I doing? Oh, come on, game. What's happened there? Why's that cone? Okay, everything's gone a bit weird. Let's just do it this way. Maybe it won't let me. I can always do the blocks afterwards. the same problem as I had before, guys. Ah, great. Yeah, let's just deal with what I'm going to do is just get rid of that. Just going to jump in the vehicle. Just go and loot the drones. Right, let's just go and loot the drones. Ah, they got a bit closer. Oh, so there's some silicon down here. Do I need any silicon? The one over there. Just gonna snag that. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to quit the game and come back in again to see if we can clear that block cube there, because it's been a bit of a pain in the neck. Oops. I think what we'll do is put this just about here. Right, guys, I'll see you once I've quitted out and come back in again. Right, guys, I've quitted out and come back in again, and I think I've worked out what the problem is, and that is the fact that these towers here are represented as part of the bases, this building's bounding box. I was trying to put and so what I was trying to do was put the new building within that bounding box, because I'm pretty sure if I come out here now, you can see at the moment if I start to move, see I move in there, so the towers could be a bit of a problem. So I'm gonna change what I'm gonna do. Let me just come here, because I don't want to build I suppose I could build it all the way out here. Nah, I don't think I really want to do that. I've just had another idea, guys. Let's grab that. And I'm just going to put the helmet on so I can work underwater. I think we're going to build out in the water. I haven't ever really built an underwater base, so why not? And we should be outside of the that drop down. We've now got a new base out here. It'll be interesting, I think. Let's see if we can get a connection to the base out. I'm just gonna put that up. That down. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. If I can. Yeah, building underwater can be a little bit tricky because of the plane, especially in shallow water like this. Oh, look at that, there's me swimming there. Of course, what we're going to have to do is lift the block up here. You can see where the block is split. What we're going to have to do is just get above the water line like this. Not exactly the design I had in mind, but I think it'll work, guys. We've now got a tower there. What I might do is pick up the theme of this farm by Mary May. No, I don't want this to be too wide. Come here, like that. I mean, I've got some armoured concrete blocks. This is just going to be the main core platform, like this. We just have a look at the furnace and deconstructor across like this. Let's see how big these things are. I could put the furnace out. I don't want a massive room. We can push this back a little bit. Like I put in a corner block there, another one there, like that. I'll put that furnace there. And the deconstructor isn't as big as that, so we got the furnace and the deconstructor there. Furnace has actually gone back over the. Oh well, never mind. I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra on there like that. Now the next problem I've got is I've got to put in some capacitors because this has to be powered. Because this is underwater, it can afford to be ugly. And, that's not going to do it, is it? Yeah, I'm not that happy about this corner here. I think that's going to hook under, is it? Okay. Gonna have to come out like that, and just gonna have to seal this in. Just make it into a big solid base underneath. Now, the next question is, where am I going to put the solar capacitors in? Looks like I've run out of concrete blocks as well. Okay. 60. I mean, I've got some ammo box. I've got to fit all this in. And I've actually just remembered something that somebody said about when I built this base originally, the floor, and they said that what you can do is put in the ammo boxes and various other bits and pieces into the floor, and it makes it look all cool. So just come here, pick up the ammo box, and that there. So I rotate the ammo box like that, and then you can have a nice big storage container like that, and like that. We can then walk on top of this here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now the question is, where did there's the concrete blocks. Now I don't plan to come into this room very often because I'm just going to interact with it just by clicking on the interface. I don't need to worry too much about the room being too super elegant. I mean, I could. If I put a block there, and actually, let's just put 2 blocks in. Oops, I'm putting armored blocks in. Are those armored blocks? They look like armored blocks. Then again, maybe having armored blocks there will protect these should the opposition get in at it. Now the question is, where am I going to put the capacitors? Come back to here. Just drop that across like that. And maybe, well, we don't want to get too close to the furnace, so have that there. Let's put these. Yeah. We could do. Put one of these. One there. And what I want to do is make this completely solar powered. And it means that, because I'm not going to be using these that often, so there's no point worrying too much about powering these up to a fantastic amount and having a separate generator, simply because, well, they won't need the generator in theory. I should be able to store enough in the capacitors for these to work in some shape or form. We got that there. What I need now is to build up around this. Oh, this could have gone back a bit further, couldn't it? But, I think that might be a bit more elegant in its own way. We've got boxes underneath there. And of course this is totally exposed to any drone attack, or when Alpha 10 comes out, base attacks. Where's my base? Let's get out of the water. I'm not too sure about the, let me just have a quick look. I've got a feeling, if I remember correctly, I was starting to run low on stone, which is the reason why I wanted to pick up all that extra steel plates from the thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to 49 stone, so what I'm going to do, guys, is armored artificial mass steel blocks, hardened steel blocks. What I'm going to do is make, make a couple hundred of those. And while I'm doing that, we're just going to lay a foundation with the armored concrete blocks. Still a little bit worried about this corner, but I think we can fix it. Yeah, what we're going to do is use the armored concrete blocks down here. So this is going to be a little bit blocky, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Come across like that. Ah, that's good. I've got a floor now. Can reinforce. Oops. Yeah, working on the water interface can be a little bit interesting, guys. We've now laid a foundation of armored concrete blocks. We could put one more across the front here. Yeah, I think that will work like this. We got that foundation there. And we can put a layer along like that across the front here, and then what we'll do is we use the hardened steel blocks to build up something around here like this. And then what we'll do is build up here, and I'm half thinking about pinching some of these turrets, or one of these turrets, maybe this turret, and putting it on there. I think that's looking good. I mean, because this is facing this the main base here, I could probably glaze the front in. Actually, it doesn't have to be. I mean, we could use this as a platform. Well, I mean, we could do that. It's just this outright. put that there. And come back here. In theory, hostile creatures shouldn't be able to get in. Let's just have a quick test run. Walk up. I'll just have to jump a little bit over that. We got that little lip there. Well, we can put an ordinary concrete block down. And this is going to be tricky. Might be easier to use there. That worked. I'll just put a block down, but I don't know where that block went. Or did I put it down the wrong way? No, I've now lost it. That. I've got a feeling that the block is down underground here somewhere. I'm not going to go chasing it, guys. I'm just going to... I think I could live with that. I'll probably change this a little bit eventually. We should now have some steel blocks. What am I doing? Yeah, we got 194 hardened steel blocks. 3. What we're going to do is just run around like this. Have a bit of a tough base boundary like this. It's going to stay the way it is. I suppose I'm just going to have to go for the chunky look. I have to admit, guys, I was really into building chunky square blockhouse type bases, but the more I build, the more I just dislike them. But considering this is a furnace room, maybe this is going to be acceptable. The furnace is still going to be, that's got 3, aren't we? So I'm going to probably need more steel blocks. We come out like that. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, because I don't need to come out this way. So if we come up, say, something like that. Oops, get too far away. Something like about there. Now the question is whether this was going to let me, if I press control. Yep, it's going to let me put we've now got this very solid. Maybe I need to come out one more like that, and then, but rather than having this or completely solid, we'll just put this. Actually, let's just do that. Yeah. Change of plans, guys. Oops. Snick these back. Oops. So it doesn't look completely like a blockhouse. We're just gonna just nick this out here like that. Click like that. 3. Do a little bit of a rotate like that. And that can come in like this. I suppose if we put a little bit of colour on it as well, it won't look such a drab built-in structure. But then again, it is a utility building. It's not meant to be elegant. that. We'll take this in that corner like that. Like that. Oops, too far. I suppose in some ways I don't really have to enclose this building because it's not like it needs to be oxygen proof. So let's just put this here like that and like that. And I've made some solar panels, so we're going to hook those up as well. And of course I need the gun. Put the gun on first, or the turret. Let's just go get the turret. Close enough. So we're going to hook the turret off the top of this one. Because, I mean, if we were in Alpha 10, I would probably leave this turret here, but this is very much an experimentation. Or where did that go? Oh, it didn't go into that inventory. It's in there. So what we'll do is, I'm not sure if I can. Oops, don't want that. 5. It's not symmetrical. Well, I suppose it would make sense to put the turret out there like that. So that will make everything defensible. And of course this won't have any power until such time as we'll put the solar panels like that and make it work. Slightly worrying, something broke away. Another one in like that, and another one in like that. I'm not sure what broke away. I can't see anything that broke away. I mean, I know there's a bug in relation to the way things are. It's just down here. I mean, I didn't break this, did I? Quick look, haven't checked this for a... Oops, we're out of power. I can use this to put this into the out container. And we'll just use up some of these. Get that up and running. Must admit, I keep forgetting about that there. Yeah, it's a pretty ugly looking building, but what we can do is come in here, power it on. Of course, it won't do anything to start with. What I want to do is hook here and I have cargo box 3 for input, U for output, and then that would also apply to this on this side. So once I've got some power in here, I'll be able to put stuff in here and output it to this area here. I'm not sure. And hope the idea is that if I stand here with the wireless connector, let me just break the connection. I'm just going to close and reopen. That's not hooking up at the moment. We've got base there, base there. So the idea is that I should be able to connect to this. I mean, I could put a wireless connector actually in here. I haven't actually. Did I put one in over here? Sorry guys, I'm rambling a little bit now. Let me just come and have a look over here. Let me just have a look at this. No, I haven't. Time for an experiment. Oops. Got a whole part and I haven't switched my jetpack on. And wow, getting low on food as well. But have something to eat. Food and meds. I've got loads of steaks. And this will go in before it spoils. Have a bit more there. I think just to finish this part off, guys. Large constructor. What we'll do is, where is it? Will this make it, or do I need the? There it is. I'm going to make a couple of these. And I want to check the power consumption on here. It's dropped a little bit because I've had the constructor on all the time. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to texture this up, make it look a bit better. I will probably put some glass in. I'll do that off camera, guys. And of course, we need to texture all this up so it looks good. That out. Yeah, we've got a couple of wireless connectors. I won't bother with the. If I put a wireless connector in here, back it probably up. Let it go. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Get above there. Doesn't have to be massively long range. You could shove one in here somewhere. I mean, I could probably just put it inside of here. Put the light on. Sorry, it's getting a bit dark, guys. You know, I could just bury it into the floor. Yeah, we can just put it in under there. And of course we can pick up some of this stuff. I'm just wanting to see whether if I put a wireless connector in here, it will improve the range from the base. I can connect these up. I mean, it'd be really great if I could. I mean, it might not work, but you never know. Just grab this while we're at it. Grab you. Just grab some fibre out of habit. Put some grain in as well. Oops. Grain and corn. And of course we're going to get the natural sweetener. That is a good way to heal. Grab that. Haven't really found much use for the natural stimulant, but I'm sure we will eventually. Right, that's all done. Not sure why this is not powered up. I mean, it's powered up. I'm not sure why the doors have decided not to work. Oops, I've obviously filled my inventory up. Oops, don't want that. I'm just going to pop here. We got base 1, new farm. Oh, I'm not sure. So it looks like they're all, now I've put the wireless connector in, it looks like they've all hooked up. And of course I'm going to have to make some ammunition to put into this base over here, but of course it's going to take a little while for this to power up. But I've just noticed the time, guys. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. As I say, I will tidy up this base off camera, give it a bit more character than just being an ugly grey block. Until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.